So students, if you look at this graph, this is the graph of an elevator cab. Okay, this is a graph of an elevator cab. You call it lift, you can call it lift, you can call it cab, that's the same thing. Okay, so this is the graph of elevator cab, which is initially stationary. So see, this is first graph is the position time graph, and this second time graph is the velocity time graph, and this is the acceleration time graph. These three are the graphs of same motion, students. Okay, same motion. And what's that motion? And how have we plotted these graphs? So we have plotted only this graph, position versus time. From that graph I can draw this graph, and from this graph I can draw this graph. Okay, so let us see how I have drawn them. So this figure A, and this is figure B, and this is figure C. So this graph is position time graph. So you can say the position at time t is equals to 0, the position was also 0. Okay, so this is a lift, suppose it is going up. So at time t is equals to 0, it was also, I am assuming this as one direction, I am assuming this as x on. Okay, so at time t is equals to 0, lift was over here at position x equals to 0. So it was stationary. Then it moves up. And we are taking, as I already told you, we take the direction of motion as positive direction. Okay. So it is moving upward. So upward direction, then it moves upward, and we take the direction as a positive direction. So it moves upward, and obviously it is going to stop at some point. So start and stop. During this, what happened? You can see that this is it started moving upward. So up to even 1 second, not much of the this is cover means not moved up, not much position is changed. But at 2 you can see, yes, the position is changed. At 3, see, you can see a huge difference between the position change in 1 second. From 1 to 2, how much is the position change? Only this much. And from 2 to 3, this much position is changed. So more displacement per unit time. So more displacement per unit time is same, 1 second, but here the displacement is more. Okay, and you can see now that now the displacement is in every 1 second, the displacement is almost same. Yes, the displacement is almost same. So equal distance, equal displacement in equal interval of time. It means here the velocity is constant, here this slope is constant. This is a straight line, because same theta should be there, then only it will be a straight line. So where you have a straight line, constant slope means, and the slope position time graph, you know, meter upon second, meter per second, this is telling you the velocity. Is this clear, students? And the steepness of the slope also tells you the velocity. So slope is more, velocity is more. Slope is less, velocity is less. Yes. So from here to here, velocity is almost 0. Then velocity started rising up because slope is getting more and more. See how much is the slope here? This theta. How much is the slope here? This theta. So this theta is greater than this one. So here, and now the theta is same. So velocity is same. Now look at here. Here, this slope is getting lesser. So this is your slope here. This is your x-axis. So that's your theta. And at this point, the slope is 0. So slope is 0 means velocity is 0, position is not changed. Yes, students, have you understood this or not? Now this velocity is nothing but small change in displacement divided by small change in time. So now slope of this graph we have drawn here. So from 0 to 1 was what was the slope? So now slope is your y coordinate. Okay, what was the slope here, students? 0. There is no slope. So C, velocity is 0 because slope is 0. So velocity is nothing but the slope of xt graph. So we are plotting the slope here. Okay. So we are plotting slope here and here it is time. Is this clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now what is the, see, you can see that from there is a curve from 2 to 3. Yes. So from 2 to 3 it means velocity is increasing because this is getting more steeper. So at f, got it? This is curve from A to B. So how much? So it means the slope at point 1 was 0, at 1 second slope was 0. What was the slope at 2 second? Slope is 2. And what is the slope here at B? Slope is 4. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So I have plotted the slope here on the y-axis. The slope here is the tangent. I have want to find the slope over here. So that is the instantaneous velocity and that will be told by the tangent. Now what is the slope here? Slope is here. So you can see the slope here is, this slope is greater than the greater at B. So slope at B is 4. Slope is nothing but tan theta. Okay. So here the slope was 2 and here the slope is 4. Okay.
Yes.
Now the slope from B to C is a straight line. So A to B, it's a curve. So when you have a curve, it means velocity is changing. Now you have a straight line, so slope is constant, theta is constant, so the slope is constant. Velocity is constant. Got it, students? Now here again, the slope started decreasing within 1 second. Initially it took 2 seconds, but here it took only 1 second. So within 1 second the lift brakes were applied. So 2 seconds for the start so that you don't get a jerk. And then here after reaching near the top the lift stops. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
And the position is not changed after 9 seconds. So the slope is 0, velocity is 0, there is no change in position. So I hope you have understood that how do we plot velocity time graph from xt graph. So just instantaneous velocity, instantaneous slope of the tangent. So now you have understood how we have drawn velocity time graph from position time graph.
Yes, sir.
Now same we are going to do here because acceleration is dv by dt. Okay. So small change in velocity divided by small change in time. So what is the slope here? 0. So acceleration is 0. So now here the slope is constant and the slope is 2. So C, acceleration is constant. Is this clear? Now you have slope as 0. So constant velocity. So velocity is not changing, it was constant. So there is no change in velocity, so acceleration is 0. Just like there was no change in position, velocity was 0. So similarly, no change in position, so acceleration is 0. See, no change in position, slope is 0, so velocity is equal to 0. No change in position, slope is 0, so slope of VT graph tells me acceleration. So slope is 0 means acceleration is 0. This slope is nothing but acceleration. Is this clear? Now again you have now velocity is decreasing. So this is positive slope. See the angle theta. And here also if you see angle theta from x-axis, it is greater than 90 degree. So if theta is less than 90 degree, you know the values of tan theta. So tan 0 equals to 0. Tan 90 degree is equals to infinity. So the slope will becomes infinity of a vertical line if angle is 90 degrees. So if you take this 90 degrees, then the slope is infinite. So this is the slope. And if you take tan more than 90 degree, like 120 degree, like the slope of this line, so its value will be negative. In the second quadrant, tan is negative. So this theta is more than, so here in first quadrant tan is positive, but in this quadrant tan is negative. So that is why here this angle theta, the slope is of this line is negative. That is why slope is nothing but the acceleration of velocity time graph. So it means acceleration is negative. So see here, acceleration is negative -4. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
And then again the slope is 0 means acceleration is 0. I hope this discussion is clear to you, students.
Yes, sir.
So you just write here the slope So the slopes on the xt graph are the values on the velocity time graph. So these slopes will become values for the VT graph. And the slopes of the VT graph, these slopes are become the values for the AT graph. Is this clear? So whenever you say that from A to B, slope of this graph is 0, so you can say the velocity is 0. From up to A, the slope is 0. Okay. Now from A to B, slope is increasing. Slope is increasing from A to B. So it means velocity is increasing. Slope and velocity is the same thing. Now from B to C, the slope is constant. So the velocity is constant. From C to, take this point D, means slope is decreasing. So velocity is decreasing. After D, slope is 0, so velocity is 0. Okay. Now what about acceleration? Acceleration is the slope of velocity. So here the slope from A to B was increasing. But increasing how? Increasing in a constant manner. Slope was increasing in a constant manner. So acceleration is constant. The slope is increasing but in a constant manner. Now the slope is constant. So derivative of this is actually derivative. So derivative of constant is 0. Here also, because it was not moving in xt graph. So students, you can think it in any way. Now the slope is decreasing in constant manner. So acceleration is constant, negative constant. And here the slope is 0. So if the slope is 0, it means acceleration is 0 here also and here also. Here acceleration is there because slope is there. Here slope is 0, so acceleration is 0. Yes?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Now slope we have discussed. Now let's discuss about another aspect that we look into the graph, that is area. So students, this is velocity time graph. Always see which graph is it. So velocity time graph. So now the slope, that is velocity change in y-axis upon change in x-axis. So change in velocity upon change in time. So now the slope is giving you acceleration. Okay. Or if you take instant acceleration, that will be dv by dt. So that's the slope. What about area? Area is equals to multiply both the axes. So v into t. So what is v into t tells you? Meter per second into second. So that's meter, right? So this area is telling you the displacement if it is velocity time graph. Is this clear? So the slope is telling you the acceleration and area is telling you the displacement of this graph. Now this is the slope. Now tell me, how much is this slope? The theta is 0 with the x-axis. It is parallel to x-axis. So tan theta is 0, slope is 0. So what is the slope here? Acceleration. So it means acceleration is 0. Okay. Now what is the displacement? Suppose I want to find out the displacement this time and this time. So obviously this is the velocity into time is the displacement. So now this is in small time you are moving with this velocity, so this much displacement. Now again with small time, this much displacement. Again with small time, this much displacement, right? And adding all these displacements. So what actually you are doing here? You know velocity is equals to, first of all, let us write the formula of average velocity. Average velocity is equal to displacement, total displacement, or you can say displacement, total displacement is the same thing. Displacement, change in position upon time taken. Now, what is instantaneous velocity? So we call it velocity, yes, or we call it instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity and velocity is the same thing. Okay. But here I need to write average velocity. So students, in taking instantaneous velocity at an instant, this delta time I take very small. So I write dt. This dt is the symbol for here. This was change. This delta was change in position, change in time. But here this dt means infinitesimal change. Infinitesimal change. Very, how much? This delta t tends to 0. Means this should be as little as possible. 0.000000001 second. So such small time I am going to take. And then the displacement will also be small. So that's the velocity. Now, if you want to find dx, so I told you yesterday also, I can take it in two ways. One is dx divided by dt. Very small change in position divided by very small time. And second way is you can take it as operator differentiating x with respect to t. Okay. So if you are taking it this way, then dx divided by, so this dt will go this side and you will get v into dt is equals to dx. So here you can see that this v is constant. So I will take it as v, but time I will be taking as dt. So v into dt, keep on adding these small distances. So you get this area of rectangle as dx. Another area of rectangle as, let us suppose, dx2. Okay, then again area of rectangle dx3. Again area of rectangle dx4. So you are multiplying them with velocity. V is constant. So here also in the formula you can see dx is equals to v into dt. So v is constant, right? And you are taking small change of time. How much is the? So this v is instantaneous velocity. What is it? Instantaneous velocity. So here it is constant in this case, but in some case you can get a graph like this also. So here the velocity is changing, but for this particular time dt, is this velocity constant or not? Now for this particular time t dt, this velocity is constant or not? And this velocity is given by, this velocity is changing here. So you will find this velocity is a function of t that you are writing here. This v is actually, if you want to write it, it should be written as vt into dt. This is the actual formula. This dx is equals to v into dt is okay for this figure. But for this figure, this, why? Because v is variable here and it depends on t. As the time is increasing, velocity is also increasing, velocity is also changing. So here velocity is a function of t. So you will be writing here. So for this particular dt, this v and this v are same. This is v1, this is v2. So we will be adding all this v1 dt plus v2 dt plus v3 dt and so on. We will be adding all these areas under the graph, adding them, all of them. So it means taking integration both sides. And here you have added all these x, dx, so you will get the total displacement. Okay. and here this v is dependent on t, so I have to write the v in terms of t. So suppose vt is equals to 3t, so I will put here 3t into dt, and then I will integrate it and we'll get the total displacement. I hope this is clear to everyone, that this velocity time graph, this will tell you the displacement, even if this is changing, even if this is constant.
Yes, sir. Clear.
So you can note down. Students, if you are unable to note down something, you can watch my videos, you can pause the video. That's the purpose of making videos, okay? And then you can note down the notes. And if there is any doubt, please you can tell it to me. Sir, this is my doubt. Maybe there might be slip of tongue. Maybe there might be something else I was telling you and writing something else. So there can be anything possibility. But we are supposed to do the things in a logical manner. That is important. Okay? And connecting whatever we are studying with the past knowledge that we have. So we are moving ahead step by step. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Let us take another graph now. So again, this is the same velocity time graph. Now, in the last graph, I have told you that there are three possibilities. One is this is velocity time graph. One is like earlier graph we have studied. It started with this, and then, do you remember? The graph that we have first taken, it was position time graph, right?
Yes.
So it was, so here it was A, and then it was curve up to B, and after that it was straight up to C, and then little bit curve up to D, and then again flat. Yes, remember?
Yes.
Now the slope of it you have drawn. So here the slope is 0, so the velocity is 0. Now from here to here, slope reaches from 0 to 4. Remember? Slope was 2 here. Slope, you can see that this is increasing. Here the slope is this much. Here the slope is this much. So slope is decreasing. Slope, you want to find the slope at any point, draw the tangent. Okay? So here the slope reaches from 2 to 4. So theta was increasing. And from here to here, same slope. Now from here to C to D. So this was point A, this is point B, and this is point C, and this is point D. Now, this is your D. The slope is negative. Yes. See, the slope is positive, but it is decreasing. Slope is positive. See, theta is positive. Negative slope will be there when you will have the graph like this. This will have a negative slope. How? This x-axis, this angle is more than 90 degree. Okay. Here this slope is positive, and you can see the velocity is also positive. Velocity is not getting negative. Velocity is positive. Slope is positive. But yes, now change this x with v and change this v with a. Rest of the things will remain same. See the beauty of the concept.
Yes, sir.
Is this clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
If you write here x, then you have to write here v. Position, then the slope of xt graph, will be the velocity that you have used here. But suppose if this is velocity time graph, then its slope will be acceleration. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So slope of Vt graph will gives you the acceleration. And this is instantaneous acceleration we are talking about. This was also the instantaneous velocity because at every point we are drawing it with respect to time. What is average, sir? Average, suppose you want to find average from A to B, so this straight line. So if we are taking this average, so you will get this slope. So this is the constant. So average means this constant here. The slope is constant for averages. Okay? Because from here to here, what is the net change? You will find the average acceleration. So like from here to here, suppose velocity changes from 1 to 4 or 0 to 4 in 2 seconds. This is what was the case. So you get the acceleration 4 meter per second to change, and from in 2 seconds, so acceleration is 2 meter per second square. So this is the constant. Then you will get, so this will be the constant graph that you will be getting for average acceleration if you are drawing. Have you got the concept?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So that's that. So here these graphs are of instantaneous values. Now look at this graph. So the slope of this graph is m, that is equals to tan theta. So it is same at all the points. So this is line. So when there is a line, you get same slope. Theta is same at all the points. Okay. So here the slope is same. So whether you are finding the average velocity, average acceleration or instantaneous acceleration, it's the same because slope is uniform. Slope is
Uniform.
What is slope? What is slope of VT graph? So instead of slope, write acceleration is uniform. That's what I want to tell you. In physics, in geometry, we write slope. In physics, we write the physical quantity, which is telling us the slope. Like, see, in 2x is equals to 4. So here x is equals to 2. But if it is 3x is equals to 9, so here x is equals to 3, beta. Same is the slope. So in all the equations, so in which context we are talking about x? So here x is in different context. So value of x will be different. You are changing the context. So the meaning of slope is also changing. So slope is just like this variable m. And it will be different for different situations. Because theta will be different. Okay. And the second thing is write the slope with the physical quantity. I have told you what is there on the y-axis units, what is there on the x-axis units. So y-axis divided by x-axis. So that's meter per second square. And that's your acceleration. So this is the graph of uniform acceleration, uniform slope. Okay, students?
Yes, sir.
And now, as I told you that the area under this graph will gives you the displacement. And we have derived the equation of displacement through this formula only. Yes or no? What is S? S is equals to area of this triangle plus area of this rectangle. Right? So this is velocity u, suppose, and this is velocity, final velocity v. So what is this gap? This is u minus v. And what is this? Suppose it is 0 to t. You can take it as, so 0 to t is basically your t, right?
Yes, sir.
And so and this total, what about this? This will be your,
U.
so ut is this area. What about this area? This is half into base into height. Base is your t, yes, into height is your, this height is, this height of this triangle is, so v minus u. So now add them. S is equals to ut plus half t. What is v minus u? V is equals to u plus at. So v minus u is equals to at. So write at here. This, see sir, why I have you replace this at? Why? Because I want to derive this relation. I will get different values for it. I have this equation, 4 variable in each equation. Which variable you want to remove? So I want to remove v. So simply putting the value of v here. So this is half. So v minus u is equals to 80. So simply write v minus, so this is actually half into t into 80, right? So that's u t plus half 80 square. Now if you would take the area of trapezium, then you will get another formula. So half into sum of opposite sides. So this is u, and this is v.
V plus U.
And what is this?
Sir, T.
T. So now put the value of t. So from here, what do you get t as? T is equals to v minus u upon a. So replace it with u plus v into v minus u by a. So this 2a will go that side, 2as, and that is equals to v square minus u square.
Sir minus U square.
And sir, how have you got this equation? That's so simple. That is slope. Slope is equals to tan theta. So what is the slope of this graph telling you? Velocity. What is tan theta? Perpendicular upon base. What is perpendicular? V minus u. What is base? T. Slope is a. Velocity time graph. So slope is a. So slope is a, and tan theta is perpendicular upon base, v minus u upon t. So from here you get v is equals to u plus 80. So this is how you have derived. So this first equation you have derived from the slope of this graph, and these two equations because displacement is the area under the graph. I hope this concept is clear to everyone, students.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting more comfortable with graphs now?
Yes, sir.
Let's do another example. So this is the graph from point, remember, A to B. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So but here instead of position, here I have displacement and time. So this is displacement time graph. So see here, students, I have drawn in this figure very clearly that this is the theta. So tan theta is your slope here, and look at here, tan theta. So this theta is around 30 degree and this theta is around 75 degree or 60 degree, 70 degree. Okay, so if you enlarge the figure, you will see huge change. So slope is the slope same? Is the slope same? Slope is increasing. Beta, is the slope same from A to B?
No, no, sir.
Tan theta is increasing or not?
Yes, sir.
Then tan theta is increasing. Okay, first line. Second line, it means slope is increasing because tan theta is a slope. Now, which physical quantity is the slope here? Rate of change of velocity. So it means velocity is increasing. So draw a graph, na? Velocity is increasing. Velocity time, and this velocity is nothing but the slope. So slope here is suppose 2, then 3, then this way the slope is increasing. So suppose we don't know about 2, but the slope is this way. Okay, students, the sir, how do you know this line come? See, that's the point here. If I discussed with you yesterday also, if x, you get x as x square plus 2x plus 3, then v is equals to dx by dt. And I told you this displacement depends on x because it is displacement is changing. It depends on time, different displacement, right? So differentiate it. D by dt, sorry, this is a function of t. So here I have, students, t, not x. X a function of t. So t square plus 2t, right? So t square plus 2t. So what do you get after differentiating this? T square plus 2t plus 3. Yes, you get 2t plus 2. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now from this, now I want to find acceleration, that is dv by dt. So what will be the slope? Means what will be the differentiation of this? 2t का क्या हो जाएगा? 2. Yes.
Yes.
Now let me take another situation. T cube plus 3t square plus 2t plus 1. Okay. So what is v equals to here in this case?
3t square plus 6t plus 2.
Differentiating it. Now what is a here in this case?
60 plus 6.
60 plus
6.
very good. So students, see here, if the degree was 2, you get constant acceleration. If the degree of graph is 3, then your acceleration is not constant. It's changing. So this is the linear. So this graph is linear graph. Linear means line. This line, that line, this line, that line. You know what is line is? Yes. So wherever you draw a line, wherever you like, it will be linear. And this linear we can only get, I told you, when the graph will be mx plus c. When you have degree 1, then only you can have this line. If you have degree, so here, if you draw the graphs of these situations, okay, let us, this is case 1, this is case 2. Let me start drawing the graph of this. So you will get the graph like this, somewhat like this, whatever means x, graph of x square, graph of x square will be like this. Okay, so this is xt. Now, so this is the graph of t square plus 2t plus 3. Okay, means this x is equals to this, y equals to, right? So x is equals to this. Now you have to draw the graph of this. So this linear equation, this is quadratic parabola. So quadratic parabola, you have got this quadratic, so you have got the graph as parabola. Now this y, so this intercept is 2 and the slope is 2. So this is the graph of 2t plus 2. And here you have velocity. So velocity is equals to 2t plus 2. You get this graph, linear graph. Now you have to draw the graph of this 2. So this is the 2 and that's your acceleration. So this is the graph of a equals to 2. Now let us draw these graphs. Case second. So let us draw the graph of position time when this graph is this. So this graph will not in this way, parabola. So note it down and then I will tell you the graph of x cube. Okay.
Okay, sir.
See students, this is the graph of x cube. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you can assume this graph as here. Okay. So this is your time and this is your displacement. See, this is the graph of only t cube. Only t cube. Graph of t cube plus 3t square plus 2t plus 1 will be totally different from this. But I am just giving you example. Okay, try to understand. Now what will be the graph of this? 3t square plus 6t plus 2 means the slope of this graph. The slope of this graph will be parabola. It can be like this. It can be like different parabolas. So, but it will be, see parabola, see these are the two parabolas, okay? Upward and downward. So let me first of all tell you parabolas. So in parabolas, see you get these kind of curve. This is also parabola. This is also parabola. This is also parabola. This part, if you will draw, this is also parabola. So this is part 1, 2, 3, 4. Which part is this? Huh? 4. Yes. Yes, 4. Which part is this? 3. So these are all parabolas. So you can get this whole also 1 and 2, or you can get only 1, or you can get only 2, or you get only 3, or you get only 4, or you get this, or you get this. These are all parabolas graph. So you will get here because this equation of velocity is your parabola because this was in degree 3. So this will be in degree 2. So you will get a suppose parabola here. Okay. Now again you will find the displacement, you are finding slope, so degree will again be reduced by 1 and that is 6x. So the graph of parabola is a straight line. See, graph of parabola is this. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is acceleration here, and if you see, and if you will further, you can draw the graph of this is jerk. So this is this, so graph of this line will be Slope is constant, so constant. So derivative of acceleration is jerk, jerk. So now, is the concept clear to you, students?
Yes, sir.
Now you people are getting better and better. So now you need to practice the questions from wherever. Get some old books from your friends, from your neighbors. See, all of you can arrange old books. Yes, what's the problem? All of you have your book. First of all, see, go step by step. First step is NCRT. Write it down. First step NCRT. Second step exemplar problem. And before these two steps, first step is notes by physics teacher. So first step. Second step, notes by me. Third step, NCRT, because we want you to be comfortable. See, what's the aim of teaching you people? So that you will be able to do the problems, and you will be able to understand the NCRT. And then fourth step is exemplar problem. And then fifth step is solving the problems of competitive exams. Bus simple 5 step. Students, there is lot of material everywhere. Net, books. Don't, you have very limited time. I have told you simple steps. Step number 1, NCRT notes. Step number 2, competitive exam notes that I am giving you. Step number 3 means your NCRT book, and step number 4 is your exemplar problem book, and step number 5 is your doing the practice of. So I am repeatedly telling you, like, do the practice. Practice what questions? Practice the questions which have been in the competitive exams. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So physics I have not started because I want to have some base to start those questions. So we will start the questions of physics also, because maths we started 20 days ago. Now we are doing only IIT questions in physics. But sorry, in maths. But in physics we have just started, this our 11th lecture. So in next 2-3 lectures we will be doing then the problems of IIT. Still we have done a lot of problems of IIT in this chapter also, but still some basics are left. So we are doing mixing sort of thing. Okay, but these notes are very helpful. You will not get them anywhere in the world, not in any book, not on internet. So even the class notes that you are getting in the morning from your physics teacher, even the notes that you are getting from me, all these notes are unique. Okay, and they have their own importance. My teaching is only beneficial when you have attended the classes, when you have made your base from the regular class. My class can only help you out. If you don't have base, how will you be able to do? See how many students are here, right? Because yes, yes, Ashwin, you want to say something?
Nothing, sir.
Okay, so students, you people, uh, the time that you are devoting, and see other people are roaming around at this point of time, so it is going to make huge difference. Okay, now let us do one more question, one more graph, sorry. So now look at this graph, students. Here this is displacement time graph. Here you can see the questions that we have done till now, there the slope was increasing. Now you can see here the tan theta is more and here the tan theta is lesser. Yes, so slope is decreasing. So what is the slope here? Displacement meter per second, velocity. So velocity is decreasing. Now it depends again that from which what you have started. Sir, what about acceleration? I can't tell. If this slope is in degree, variable degree 2 means t raised to the power 2, then I will get t here and I will get constant acceleration here. But if the slope of this graph is in terms of degree 3, then velocity will be in degree 2, that is I will get parabola here. And then I will get the degree t for acceleration. So it depends from where you are starting. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
But this is very clear that the slope is decreasing, so the velocity is decreasing. So you will get this graph this time. Here, when the slope was increasing, velocity was increasing along with time. Now velocity is decreasing with time. So this velocity, so the graph of this is, now let us draw the graph here. Velocity time graph. So here let us assume the slope is this tan theta, slope is 4 here and then 2 here and then 1 here. Okay. So velocity was 4. Slope is 4 means velocity is 4. Then slope is, suppose, means it is, let us assume it is constantly decreasing. Okay. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So 4, 3, so time 1 second, 2 second, and then 3 second, and then 4 second. Okay. Now you have got this. So this equation I am assuming that y is equals to in degree 2. Okay. Ax square plus bx plus c, whatever it is. Now this equation will be y is equals to, so slope will be negative. So y is equals to minus mx plus c, actually you are getting here. Now see here, what is the slope of this line? The slope of this line will be negative. So it means what is the graph that you will be getting here, students? It's constant slope. Sir, how much is this slope? See the angle that it is making. This is theta. So it is tan 135 degree. Can you tell me the value of tan 35 degree if you have not forgotten? I have told you how to find it out. 90 plus 45. Yes. 35 can be written as 90 plus 45 or not.
Yes, sir.
Now if it is 90, you will be writing its complement here. That is cot. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And write, it doesn't matter whether it is plus or minus, write this 45 as it is. Now the next thing, third thing. So first thing, second thing, and third thing is the sign here. So where is this quadrant? In which quadrant? 135 degrees. So it was in this quadrant 135. So what is tan here? So add sugar to coffee. So sign is positive only. Tan is negative. So minus cot 45 degrees. So cot 45 is 1. So minus 1 is the slope. So you will get the graph as minus 1. This graph you will get. This is the graph of acceleration versus time. So this minus 1. So graph will start from here. If your line is from here, so slope is minus 1, minus same angle. This. Is this clear to you, students? See how you have drawn the graph of.
Yes, sir.
So this is new graph, right? This is different kind of graph. So draw this graph. Is this clear to you, students?
Yes, sir.
So have you noticed one thing in earlier question also? Like here also you can notice, what is this? I have drawn it -1. So this -1 is nothing but the slope. This m is equals to -1. So whatever you get here in the linear equation, you know when you will differentiate it. This is velocity. So when you will differentiate velocity with respect to time, so obviously, like this is your mt plus c, okay, minus mt plus c, right? So differentiating it with respect to t, so minus mt plus c, what do you get?
Minus M.
Yes, and that is your acceleration. So you can tell the acceleration in advance, whatever is the slope of this, because you know the coefficient of x will be left, otherwise constant will be 0, and coefficient of this will be left. Now that will be your next. So just by looking at the graph, you get the equation. So directly, if you know that velocity is equals to minus 5t plus 10, so what is acceleration?
Minus 5.
Minus 5. Do the differentiation. Is this clear? But instantly you can tell, that's the point. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So even whatever we have done today, you can look at the previous figures also. This concept will match. Okay. And next thing is, whatever be the coefficient of your x square, whatever be the sign is there, same will be for x and same will be for the last point. The coefficient of highest degree will retain. Okay. So if this slope is decreasing, this slope is negative. So this is also negative and this will also be negative. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So now you have done all the possible cases. So you will get only in your syllabus motion in a straight line. So obviously we want acceleration to be constant. So all the graphs will be parabola, motion in a straight line, motion in a straight line. Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that is the name of your chapter. So all the graphs that you will get will be of degree 2, and that's parabola. Okay. So this is, so you know, always draw parabola like this, 1 2 3 4. So which type is it?
Sir, 3. Diagonal.
Which is it?
Second. 2.
Now this line can be this way, this line can be constant, this line can be here negative, this line can be like this also. Bas, that's the all possible graphs that can be there in this chapter. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 4 parabolas, positive slope, negative slope, and this slope positive negative, and this slope infinite. So this will not be possible, this slope. Okay, because you cannot have anything infinite. You cannot have acceleration infinite, you cannot have velocity infinite. So vertical line will not be possible. So this can be this graph, either you will have a line over here positive or negative, positive slope, negative slope, and these 4 kind of parabolas. So now I think students it is very much clear. All the graphs of NCERT now you people are able to handle. All the graphs of even in competitive exams. Practice as much questions as you can, and whatever be your problems, tell to me. Okay. Still tomorrow we will still continuing with the graphs only. You want to have full command on graphs. If you have full command on graphs, calculus, and the third thing will be your vectors, then you have all the tools with you. You will not find anything difficult in physics. Okay students, that's all for today, and you can watch my lectures again and again. जो previous lecture है वो देखा करो जब भी आपका टाइम हो. तो ये इधर उधर के जो है मतलब फालतू चीज देखने की बजाय मेरे प्रीवियस लेक्चर देखो. हर लेक्चर में यू विल फाइंड समथिंग न्यू. ज्यादा कंटेंट पर फोकस मत करो इधर उधर भागने पर. क्वालिटी कंटेंट होना चाहिए जो आपके पास है. मैंने आपको बताया एनसीईआरटी बुक, एग्जाम्पलर बुक, एंड थर्ड थिंग इज द प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस ऑफ आईआईटीज, या फिर फिजिक्स के नीट के क्वेश्चंस कर सकते हो. तो आपके पास एनफ क्वेश्चन बैंक है. ओके
Yes, sir. Thank you.
यस.
सर, जैसे आपने एक क्लास बना रखी है जी के पेपर के लिए, वैसे आप नीट के पेपर के लिए भी बना दो एक क्लास.
बेटे नीट और जेई में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है. कौन पूछ रहा है क्वेश्चन? हाँ बेटा, जो फिजिक्स का लेवल मैं आपको करा रहा हूं, नीट का लेवल या तो उतना है या उससे नीचे है. नीट में आपका एनसीईआरटी, एग्जाम्पलर और आईआईटी में भी यही आता है. तो फिजिक्स और केमिस्ट्री का नीट का और आईआईटी का सिलेबस ऑलमोस्ट सेम है. उल्टा आईआईटी, तो इसीलिए नीट और आईआईटी मेंस ऑलमोस्ट सेम. नीट का कुछ थोड़ा बहुत कम है. क्यों? क्योंकि नीट में स्पीड और भी ज्यादा चाहिए, तो इसलिए उसमें स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड क्वेश्चन आते हैं एनसीईआरटी के. तो एनसीईआरटी आपको अगर वर्ड बाय वर्ड आती है तो आपका नीट क्रैक हो जाएगा. वर्ड बाय वर्ड एनसीईआरटी, वर्ड बाय वर्ड एग्जाम्पलर, क्लास के नोट्स, प्लस 5वीं चीज मैंने बताई, ये लिख लो अपने सामने. बस आपको छठी चीज चाहिए नहीं. 2 क्लास नोट्स हो गए, एनसीईआरटी बुक वर्ड बाय वर्ड, सारी एक्सरसाइज, क्वेश्चन, समरी, सब कुछ, मिसलिनियस सब कुछ, सारी फिगर सब कुछ, एंड एग्जाम्पलर सब कुछ. पीछे आंसर्स दे रखे हैं, आगे क्वेश्चन फार्मूला दे रखे हैं, सब एवरीथिंग. प्लस हमारे नोट्स हैं, हम सब नोट्स में कवर करेंगे. तो मेहनत करो बस, और अपने दोस्तों को बताते क्यों नहीं.